Good day, everyone. I am Jovelyn A. Palen, and I am one of your instructor for today. And today, we will be learning about the different learning theories. Generally, there are 5 widely accepted learning theories teachers rely on. First is behaviorism learning theory. Second one is cognitivism learning theory. Third one is constructivism learning theory. Fourth, humanism learning theory. And the last one is connectivism learning theory. And first, we will be explaining about behaviorism. So, behaviorism is a universal learning process. And in this theory, the behavior can be explained by external theories. And the tools of this learning is the ideas of positive and negative reinforcement. Another explanation about behaviorism is it focuses on the idea that all behaviors are learned through interaction with the environment. This learning theory also states that behaviors are learned from the environment and says that innate or inherent factors have very little influence on behavior. And behaviorism also states that it is acquired through the conditioning. It also measures behavior by a learner's response to stimuli. A learner's response to stimuli can be reinforced using positive or negative feedback. So there are 2 types of conditioning. First is the operant conditioning, which the subject learns behavior by associating it with consequences. The second one is the classical conditioning. The subject here learns to associate 2 unrelated stimuli with each other. So I have here a set of examples about behaviorism. It is when a teacher rewards their class or certain students with a party or special treat at the end of the week for good behavior throughout the week. And the same concept is used with the punishment. With this, the teacher can take away certain privileges if the students misbehave. So I have a quote here taken from B.F. Skinner about behaviorism. He says that teachers must learn how to teach. They need only to be taught more effective ways of teaching. So that's for my part. I hope you learned something. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I am Lunalinti Bastasa. Today, I will talk about the learning theory number 2, the cognitivism or CGM in short. Cognitive theory is largely based on the work of Piaget, who rejected the ideas that learners passive and simply react to stimuli in the environment. Instead of focusing so many observable behavior, cognitive theory sets to explain how the mind works during the learning process. Like a computer, the mind takes the information, processes that information, then uses that information to produce learning outcomes. Piaget courses that development indicate the learner's ability to understand abstracts, complex, and concepts. According to the International Bureau of Education, in cognitive psychology, learning is understood as the acquisition of knowledge. The learner is an information processor who absorbs the information, undertakes cognitive operations on it, and stocks it in memory. So here are a few simple examples. First, 12 students memorize the periodic table. Ms. Williams will create various mnemonic devices to her class. Second, Ms. Jones used the graphic organizer to help the students to write a paragraph with appropriate structure. The third example is that the start of every lesson, Mr. Davis asked questions to activate the prior knowledge of students. He knows this will help the learning of concepts to previously retain the ideas, increasingly the likelihood that the new learning will be remembered.
Hello and good afternoon, class. I'm your teacher, Giovanni, and today I'd like to talk about the various types of learning theories. Let's start with the constructivism theory. What is constructivism? Constructivism, based on the belief that learning occurs as learners are actively involved in a process of meaning and knowledge construction rather than passively receiving information. Learners communicate with each other and share their understandings, feelings, knowledge, and experience to come up with new knowledge. The teacher becomes the facilitator, and the learners are encouraged to interact, exchange views and experience, and construct meaning and knowledge that is based on their needs. Some examples of constructivism are 1. Collaborative learning activities, 2. Group problem solving, 3. Group inquiry, 4. Simultations. Simultations means providing evidence for decision making. And lastly, number 5 are debates. Why constructivism is important? Children learn more and enjoy learning. 2. Promote divergent thinking. Divergent means different ideas. Education works best when it concentrates on thinking and understanding rather than on rote memorization. Another example, boost the confidence of learners. Constructivism concentrates on how to think and understand. Another example, promote collaborative learning. Constructivism gives students ownership of what they learn since learning is based on students. Another example, engaging the creative instincts develops students' abilities to express knowledge through variety ways. Constructivism promotes social and communication skills by creating a classroom environment that emphasizes things to remember. Start with a problem your kids find relevant. Use interdisciplinary exploration. Develop hot tasks. Use primary sources. I have a motivational example for constructivism. What a child can do today with assistance, she will be able to do by herself tomorrow. I hope you get the motivation, class. That's all, and thank you.
Good afternoon, Ma'am. Good afternoon, classmate. My name is Anjanette Anino Sembrano, and my topic is all about humanism. Humanism used the acronym HMM to easily remember or catch up what does it emphasize. Humanism explanation is a learner-centered approach in which the potential is the focus rather than the method or materials. It is also an approach that places the learner at the center of the learning. Humanism also is a democratic and ethical life stance which affirms that human beings have the right and responsibility to give meaning and shape to their own lives. It stands for the building of a more humane society through an ethics based on human and other natural values, in a spirit of reason and free inquiry through human capabilities. There are several important principles in humanism or humanistic learning. These are the student choice, fostering engagement to inspire students to become self-motivated to learn, the importance of self-evaluation, feelings and knowledge are both important and a safe learning environment. In the humanistic learning theory, teachers and students have specific roles for success. These are to teach learning skills, provide motivation for classroom tasks, provide choices to students in tasks, subject selection, and create opportunities for group work with peers. So, example for humanism are teachers can help students set learning goals, at the beginning of the year, and then help design pathways for students to reach their goals. Students are in charge of their learning, and teachers can help steer them in the right decision. And that's all. Thank you.
I'm Limides Lunasin. My topic is connectivism or CNM. Connectivism. Informed by digital age, connectivism departs from connectivism by identifying and remediating gaps in knowledge. Strongly influenced by technology, connectivism (CNM) focuses on learners' ability to frequently source and update accurate information. Knowing how and where to find the best information is as important as the information itself. Connectivism or CNM is the one of the newest educational learning theories. Connectivism, it focuses on the idea that people learn and grow when they from connection. This can be connections with each other or connections with their roles and the obligation in their life. Hobbies, goals, and people can all be connections that influence learning. Teachers can utilize connectivism in their classroom to help students make connections to things that excited them, helping them learn. Teachers can use digital media to make good, positive connection to the learning. They can help create connections and relationship with their students and with their peer groups to help students feel motivated about learning.